The SFL on Sunday evening brings us across the pond to London, England, as the Denver Nightwings are in town to take on the London Knights. Andy Hamilton in the booth with you, and joining me tonight, T. Roy Gaines from Baltimore for a lovely game between two teams that definitely have something to prove this season. T. Roy, Denver coming in at 3-3, London at 2-4.
Yeah, these two teams are coming into today's action trying to improve their potential playoff spots, and they would love to do that with a win after they both suffer a loss in their last game.
Denver sits at second in the Western Conference, and London currently in fourth in the North. They're trying to chase Baltimore and DC at the top of that division. It's a tight one here in the North, so 2-4 in the North is really a pretty good record. But both teams trying to get a victory tonight. And T-Roy, these teams haven't faced off too often, but Denver has 3 of the 4 victories. London getting their only win back in Season 12, Week 9. But, T-Roy, I will say, Denver never won in this stadium. It's always been the Knights when these two teams face off here.
And the Knights looking to basically replicate that tonight. And they're going to have to get some huge help from their running game, in my opinion. We'll see what happens as we get ready to start today's matchup.
It's the Knights and the Nightwings on Sunday night with Andy T. Roy. On our stats truck, we have Justin Reside and Dwayne Schindler. Happy to have both of them. Happy to have all 32 of you so far right here on the Simulation Football League Twitch page. Ball on the tee. Denver wearing white will kick. London wearing red will receive. And we are underway for Week 8 action. Return here for the Knights. Ooh, a good return off this left side of the 27. Will set up Johnny Pickler, fifth-year man, was an all-star in Season 14, and he will lead this team out. And T-Roy, he's having a season to remember.
Yes, he is. He's currently sitting at 2,616 yards passing. That's ranked first in the league. He's at 74% completion percentage. That's ranked 5th. He's ranking first in touchdowns with 19. However, he got to clean up those mistakes.
If he can get those interceptions cleaned up, they'll be in good shape. Deep drop for Pickler on first down, and nearly threw an interception there. Was trying to find the tight end out of the backfield, or off the right side of the line. Bovine couldn't get it done.
Yeah, Tiberius Bovine got a touchdown last week's loss against Houston. He had both hands on the ball, but unfortunately couldn't come up with the catch, but the Hall of Famer is very reliable. I'm pretty sure they're going to go back to him as this game goes on.
Pickler threw the ball 79 times last week, T-Roy, against the Houston Hyenas. They fall 48-40. 600 yards of offense, 4 touchdowns, 7 picks. A handoff to the left side goes nowhere. Merrill, a rare handoff, will lose 2.
And unfortunately, the O-line was a swigging gate, and Benazi came up with that tackle for a loss, a 2-yard loss, a huge third down for the Knights. Let's see if they can extend this drive.
4 wide, single back here on 3rd and 12 from their own 25. Denver will run the dime. Pickler, short drop, fires across the middle. Incomplete, in and out of the hands of the receiver, St. Green. It'll be 4th down.
And great job by number 21, Josh Vasquez, with the disruption there, preventing St. Green from converting that 3rd down, and it's already a 3-and-out for London.
Vasquez there, 24th in his career, all-time in interceptions, 2 touchdowns back to the house, 64 passes, deflections. Got to be careful of number 21 lurking in the secondary. London will send their punter on to send this away. This is Peter McLongfellow. McLongfellow gets blocked right to start the game, and Denver is going to have great field position at the 12.
I wonder if Denver's feeling a little PTSD because the last game ended in kind of a controversy. They blocked the punt. Arizona recovered, and they actually got the ball and were able to end the game in that last game against Denver. We'll see how Denver responds with great field position.
Second-year man Eric Price leads them out. He'll hand to the second-year back, Bailey O'Shaughnessy. And O'Shaughnessy will dance in the end zone for Denver. Touchdown, Nightwings.
That was a very good run by O'Shaughnessy, led by his blockers and his fullback R.E. Mills. And if you watch that Houston-London game, uh, Brad Jones was able to have his big runs on the London's right side of the D line, which is what O'Shaughnessy just did. That's going to be a huge matchup to watch. The left side of the O line for Denver against the right side of the D line for London. Can they hold up, or are they going to let O'Shaughnessy have a big day?
That special teams play turns into pay dirt for Denver. O'Shaughnessy finds the end zone. The 5'10", 203-pound back makes it 6-0, and now the kick from Matt Fennick makes it 7-0, and we're going to stop and give a happy birthday shout-out, T-Roy, to Matt Fennick. I believe it's his 23rd birthday.
Yeah, I believe it was his 23rd birthday. His birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday, Matt Fennick, and then he's looking forward to get a win now on 23. I remember back when I was 23, back in the Stone Ages.
Man, I was 23, yesterday, I feel like. But happy birthday to you, Matt, and he'll kick us off to start this second drive. And Johnny Pickler will have another opportunity to get this offense rolling. Here is the return, and let's go through this full London offense for you. Johnny Pickler, the quarterback, Robert Merrill, the halfback. We heard from both of them. Mike St. Green, Vin Calia, and Fox Highwind are the receiving threats for London, along with Benji Matson and Tiberius Bovine at the tight end positions. And on the line, Perrin Ibarra and Anthony Anderson, 2 tackles to anchor this offensive line. JT Delaney does the kicking here, coming over from Tulsa in the offseason. 4 receivers wide, single back for Pickler in a quad set. He'll look to throw this one across the middle, and his first completion of the night is there to the 36.
Catch was made by Fox Highwind. Great job making the catch. Took a huge hit, but didn't matter. Converted that first down. He was averaging 11.4 yards a catch. Hey, he just matched that with that catch. It's now 1st and 10 at the 36.
Highwind came over from Mexico City in the offseason, 4th season in the Simulation Football League. And he makes it first down at the 36-yard line for Pickler and company. Short drop again. Pickler outside this time is able to pick up 4 on that short completion.
So it looks like London's going back to the pass-happy offense. Pass was caught by Rocco McLevin, the backup wide receiver. A nice 5-yard gain to get him on the positive side of this down and distance.
They will line up in a pair slot right. You can watch Mike St. Green out of the slot there, or Robert Merrill to the bottom of the field. Here is the throw. They'll flip it to the tight end. Actually, that's a completion there. First down yardage for Benji Matson, to the 24. Kindler on the tackle.
Nice route by Manson's able to get past the 6, able to make that easy conversion, and London's offense is now on fire. But as you talked before, last week, 79 passes. 2 of them went for pick 6s, but Pickler's looking to bounce back big time and get his team back on the board.
Playing with fire with that many passes, but London will hand it off on this one. Redirecting inside is Merrill, and he'll get stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Let's take you through this Denver defense. Marlon Marshall, Hugo Reynosa are the defensive ends. Gene Benazzi moves over from offensive to defensive line, and Igor Barbatov are the tackles. Adam Wiseman, Jose Fuentes, and Juan Mississippi are the linebackers. Ron Hoff, Nick Kindler, Rosca Santagria, the cornerbacks. Isaiah King III, and Josh Vasquez, the safeties for this Denver Nightwings defense. Pickler, short drop, quick throw across the middle, completes. First down yardage there. Vin Calia enters the game.
It's the same route they ran with Fox Highwind. This time it was Calia who was able to go in the middle. Basically uncontested, made the catch. Another first down for the Knights.
Pickler today, 4 of 6, both incompletions coming on their opening drive. A blocked punt gave Bailey O'Shaughnessy 12 yards to the end zone if you're just tuning in. Now Pickler, 4 of 4 on this drive. He'll look to throw it again, fires across the middle, caught spinning. Bovine down to the 26.
It seems like their biggest play so far has been through the middle. We'll see if Denver will make the adjustments and prevent London's wide receivers from getting so wide open in the middle, at least enough to convert a first down again.
Yeah, two really good tight ends on this team, too, in Bovine and Matson. I mean, that is a combination that has been unrivaled in the SFL for a while, I would assume.
And Bovine, a Hall of Famer. We got to give him his props there.
Yeah, we all saw him at the convention this last year. Had some fun with him. This one a toss, though, and that is complete. Again, that is Benji Matson down to the 10, and you hit it on the head, T-Roy. Right in between the hash marks is where London's making their money.
Yeah, Endeavor hasn't made the adjustments quite yet. Inside the middle, up and in. We'll see if Pickler and the Knights can get on the scoreboard. And I wonder if they want to give Merrill the ball as a receiver out of the backfield on this next down distance.
4 wide, Denver playing man coverage. Here's a toss to the underneath. Caught, and to the pylon, no! Just to the 1-yard line. Fox Highwind could not extend. A beautiful form tackle there for Denver.
And Morales, the backup corner, made that touchdown-saving tackle, but it's almost elementary here. It's second and go. We'll see if London can punch it in, or defense of the Night Wings can actually give a goal line stand.
They will put 2 in the backfield. Robert Merrill has only scored 2 touchdowns this year. They won't give it to him on the ground here. They'll throw outside, and Vincalia has the touchdown, and he's going to row the boat.
And poor Ron Hoff, number 23, he had a decision to make. He was wondering who he's going to cover. He's going to cover Robert Merrill, who was one of the receivers in that direction, or he was going to cover Vincalia. He decided to cover Merrill. Pickler was able to bust him with that nice pass to Calia, and this game, pending the extra point, would be tied.
It's Calia's 7th touchdown this season. Came into the game 5th in the league in terms of touchdowns. Adds to that total. He is the league's leading wide receiver in terms of yardage. So Pickler drives him right down the field. 9 plays, 76 yards for a score. And if you are a London faithful, T-Roy, this game started out shaky and looks better. But that extra point is blocked. The Denver special teams is a block city.
Well, I must have jinxed him. Sorry about that, London faithful. But the O-line of the special teams for the Knights didn't protect their kicker there. Unfortunately, got a missed block.
Man, this London special teams punting and kicking unit cannot survive this night so far. 2 blocks on 2 attempted kicks, 1 a punt, 1 an extra point. Kick is away, and here comes Quintero. He's one of the best returners in the league. He'll get out to the 28, and we will take you through this Denver offense. Eric Price, the second-year quarterback, and Bailey O'Shaughnessy shortly introduced them to you last drive. R.E. Mills, the fullback. Bryce Battle, Adrian Ellis, and Riley Quintero, along with Logan Keel, the receivers. Jeremy Mosley, Brian Murphy, the tight ends. Randy Fatt III is the first-round left guard, and Matt Fennick does the kicking for this Denver offense. Only took him 1 play to score last drive. In trouble, will dump it off to O'Shaughnessy. He spins and then is flattened at the 34.
Great job by Price getting up to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy got what he could before he got taken to the shadow realm by Jeff Gagne. And it'll be a 2nd and 5, but good awareness by Price giving it to his safety valve.
Price first in the SFL in completion percentage coming into tonight's game. He'll hand O'Shaughnessy right side. O'Shaughnessy is stuffed there. Nice job there by Emmanuel Blackman to get off the block and make the play.
Andy, this is a reunion of sorts between 2 players that are on the field right now, as Chad Rollins get to take on his former running back from the Lexington Miners, Bailey O'Shaughnessy. I'm very interested to see how this matchup plays out as this game goes on.
Here's Price, flips outside. That's caught. First down yardage there for Denver. Riley Quintero hauls it in and taps the toes at the 44.
Riley Quintero had a great start to his game against Arizona 2 weeks ago. A huge 102-yard kick return for a touchdown. There he made impact as a receiver to help extend his drive.
Denver will come out in a gun split look. 4-2 look here out of London. It might be a 4-3. Here is Price looking to throw. Fires outside. Caught. And that is good for 8 yards there. Logan Keel, the veteran, hauls it in.
And out routes usually are successful. That double move give Kill the room he needed to make that catch and a nice toe drag swag to finish it up for an 8-yard gain.
7 years in the league for Logan Keel. Played 6 of them with the Denver Night Wings. I formation here. 4-3 look out of London again. They'll hand it O'Shaughnessy with a guard pulling left. O'Shaughnessy first down and more out across the 40 to the 39.
And if you're not a Knights fan, I'll be a little bit concerned right now because most of O'Shaughnessy yardage has come to the right side of their defensive line. And great blocking there. O'Shaughnessy was able to take advantage of that, get another first down. London's going to have to shore up that side. Brad Jones burnt them for 3 big runs. 2 of them were 73-yard touchdown runs that helped them get the win against them. Houston get the win against London last week.
That was Randy Fatt III. They pulled there on that play to get the block, seal the edge for O'Shaughnessy. 1st and 10 now from the 39. They'll give it to him again. O'Shaughnessy wrestled down after only picking up a yard. Let's take you through this London defense to clean things up. Selwyn Lane and Chad Rowland are the defensive ends. William Davidson, Cam Frosby, the defensive tackles. Jeff Gagne, Tony Roberto, and Telemac Scarborough are the linebackers. Tanner Hendricks, Brandon Ewing, Emmanuel Blackman, the cornerbacks. Anthony Wyo, Jack Russell, and Rain Rio are the safeties for the Knights. Play action here. Price fires it across the middle, caught, and that is going to be an 8-yard pickup there, a 7-yard pickup there for Bryce Battle.
And Bryce Battle, not one of the tallest receivers, but definitely one of their reliable ones, averaging 14.7 yards per catch. Nice 8-yard gain there, and a more manageable 3rd down.
3rd and 2, big down for London if they can get off the field and hold Denver to a field goal attempt. Here is Price. He'll chuck it out, and O'Shaughnessy, wide open room on the screen pass, will have the first down to the 27 before Tanner Hendricks can wrestle him down.
And Denver gets to move the chains and extend this drive. I was a little bit worried. It looks like O'Shaughnessy had more room towards the sideline besides the spinning inside, but still got the first down.
O'Shaughnessy, 4th best in the league with 50 receptions this season. Here's the toss across the middle, and another completion there. That one is R.E. Mills. They like to use him in the passing game as well. He's got 17 catches, that the 18th of the year, and that's good for 9.
And his average probably went down a little bit, but coming in today's game, 11 yards per catch, a very reliable target for the Night Wings ever since he joined them.
Like to use him in the passing game, get him in mismatches against linebackers where he's a little bit more speedy. Now an ace quads look. Here's Price, who will fire outside. Mosley with the catch, turning upfield, and that will get down to the 7-yard line. A big first down for Denver. They're knocking on the door again.
Another out route. Now, with Denver, they've just basically been successful with wherever they want to go on the field with the passing game. So they're towards the sidelines or through the middle, while London's basically been through the middle so far in this first quarter. We'll see how this drive pans out. Will they give it to O'Shaughnessy once again?
Price, 6 for 6. O'Shaughnessy, 4 carries, 4.8 yards per carry tonight. London doesn't have answers so far. Give, left side, O'Shaughnessy, tackled from behind, but able to pick up 3.
That's the meeting of the Miners as the owner of the Lexington Miners, Chad Rowland, just stopped his former running back from getting in the end zone. Looked scary there, but Chad made a touchdown-saving tackle on his former running back.
2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Ace quads look. They ran an out route to Mosley at the top of the screen last time they ran this formation. Single back is O'Shaughnessy. Price, very short drop, going to throw deep across the middle. Caught at the back of the end zone. They snuck the receiver out of there. Logan Keel, his 2nd grab of the night, and 6 points more for Denver.
And Logan Keel went up the middle, basically uncontested. Number 21, Jack Russell, did touch them at the line, but not enough to prevent Keel to make that toe drag swag touchdown catch. And Denver extends their lead. Could be up by 8 if they make this extra point.
Yeah, huge touchdown for Logan Keel. He's been doing it a long time. That is his 45th career touchdown. Was 40th in the SFL coming into this game. Has over 500 receptions. Extra point from Fennec up, and that one is good. So it is now 14-6. Denver has controlled this game. T-Roy, they've been pretty clean on offense.
Yes, they have. They were able to be successful on the ground and through the air. And London hasn't had an answer for them yet. But the game is still young. We'll see what the offense can do to get themselves back in the game.
Yeah, if you're new to watching the SFL, there's one thing you always need to know, and that is that no game is ever out of reach or over until the clock strikes 0. London on the return will bring it out across the 20 to the 23. If you're new to the SFL, what we are is the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game all into one. Team strategies are executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on this virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, you can visit our website, simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. We're putting a lot of players out there on the field. Speaking of them, Johnny Pickler, 80% completion percentage tonight, led a touchdown drive the last time they were out, trying to do so again. 1st and 10, he's alone in the gun, and he'll fire outside. That is caught for a 5-yard pickup. That's Merrill, who was working out of the receiver spot.
And Merrill was entering today's action, ranked 7th all-time in receptions. That is now his 836th reception. People may not know, he was a former wide receiver for the then Alaska Storm before he moved to running back while playing for the Storm and now here at London.
Don't use him as much as a running back anymore. More a receiving back, if anything, but makes the grab there, picks up 5. Pickler alone in the gun again, fires outside, and that one worked as well as the last one. That is Tiberius Bovine out to the 38-yard line for first down yardage.
Ending on the previous drive for Denver, I said that London's been making their hay in the middle, and that's all that was happening. And then Johnny Pickler just told me, hold my beer. The last 2 plays were out routes that has been successful, and London now has another first down.
Just over a minute to go here in the first quarter. It's been a good one. 14-6 Denver on top. They're showing the 4-3 blitz. They'll hand it Merrill, left side. Merrill, just didn't have the speed to escape the defensive lineman, Hugo Reynosa, who takes him down from behind. T-Roy, that looked like a good play.
It looked like he was about to pass Darnell Black for 47th all-time in rushing yards. He only needed 15 yards. He couldn't bounce it outside. Great job by Reynosa to make that tackle and prevent it from being a huge gain.
That takes him up to positive yardage on the ground. Now 3 attempts, 1 yard. They'll feed him again off this left side and just back to the line of scrimmage.
Aaron, that is Reynosa once again tackling him and making this a little bit more difficult 3rd down for the Knights. Can they convert this 3rd down? They are ranked 10th in the league in 3rd down conversions, while Denver's defense is ranked 4th in 3rd down stops. We'll see what happens here.
They'll go with a gun straight look. Pickler alone in the shotgun. Will look to throw the all-Saints play, and Bovine makes the grab across the middle.
Great catch by Bovine through the middle, as you mentioned. A diving 25. Isaiah King III couldn't prevent Bovine from making that catch.
End of the first. It is 14-6. Denver on top of London. This is the Simulation Football League on Twitch. Andy Hamilton along with T-Roy Gaines live from London, England. We have Justin Reside and Dwayne Schindler on the stats for us, and we appreciate the SFL sending us across the pond for a international trip here to London. I've quite enjoyed my time here. And Johnny Pickler has enjoyed the wide open middle of the field. That's a fumble, though. Ball's still on the ground, and I believe London fell on top of it. A dangerous play after the catch is made.
A huge missed opportunity for Denver to extend their lead here with that huge fumble. But London was lucky. Good job by the O-linemen to pick that up, and they lived to fight another down.
They'll thank Luke Devereaux, the left guard, who fell on top of that and kept this drive alive. 2nd and 7. Pickler, short drop, fires! Oh, man, nearly threw the interception. That was Jose Fuentes.
Fuentes almost got his 9th career interception there. He had both hands on the ball, couldn't come up with the catch. I guess that's why he plays on the defensive side where he is a monster.
London flirting with missed turnover. We'll see what Johnny Pickler can put together here on 3rd and 7. They will go quads. Mike St. Green to the top of your formation. Vin Calia to the bottom. Dime look here out of Denver. They're going to play man defense. Short drop for Pickler. Quick throw. First down. Catch is made. Fox Highwind to the 32.
Fourth reception for 40 yards, and Denver still hasn't had an answer to those passes in the middle, the inside slants. And the drive stays alive. That's another 3rd down conversion on this drive.
The all slants play so frustrating as a coach. If you've defended it, you're in good shape. If you haven't, sometimes it can make you pay. And tonight, Denver in trouble a little bit early. Here's Pickler, going to dump it out to Robert Merrill. Merrill across the right side will pick up 8 on that screen pass. Nice little play to start this set of 3.
A little bit slow to getting up, but he's fine there. 8 yards, we'll take an 8-yard reception. And they're getting closer to the red zone. For some reason, Denver is not covering Robert Merrill out of the backfield. He basically has a decent 5-yard start before he gets met by a team wearing white and black.
Pickler already thrown the ball 17 times tonight. They've only handed it off 4. Single back, he'll throw again. This one across the middle. Caught. Benji Matson had to reach back for it, but collects it and gets out to the 13.
That was a little bit more dangerous throw by Pickler, but Matson was able to make a clutch catch in spite of the fact there was a bunch of Nightwings in his path.
I'll set him up 1st and 10 here at the 13-yard line. Can get the first down without getting in the end zone. Pickler will throw across the middle. Bovine complete to the 6-yard line. Tackled there by Wiseman.
And it looked like they had Mike St. Green with a favorable matchup to the top of the screen, but he decided to go for the sure thing with Bovine. We'll see if they run that play down the line in the future of this game, if they're going to go to St. Green on that one. I like the matchup here, though, Andy.
Here is Pickler. 5-step drop, stands in the pocket, fires outside, caught short of the end zone, and then getting in. Vin Calia almost scored twice on him, and he'll plant the sword.
I was a little bit worried that catch prevented him from scoring, with the momentum of that catch prevented him from scoring. But with that play, Johnny Pickler is now tied with Deacon Nickens for 21st all-time in touchdowns thrown. That is Pickler's 115th touchdown of his career.
Vin Calia, 2nd of the night. Had 6 touchdowns coming into the game. He's got 3 catches, 2 of them for scores here tonight as London is getting down the field quick.
But that missed extra point may come back to haunt them. Eventually, London's going to have to start chasing points.
Yeah, JT Delaney blocked on the earlier one. This snap low again. Kick from Delaney is up and good. London succeeds in kicking the football.
Yeah, a little bit worried there, but great job by the holder Pendragon to basically set that ball for Delaney to get the extra point. But yeah, that's going to be a cause of concern. The special teams, they got to get their acts together.
Delaney will tee the ball up. They can't possibly block the kickoff, so they're going to be pretty clean here. And they will kick it back away to the Denver Nightwings, whose offense has looked nothing short of perfection so far. Return here will be brought off of the 5-yard line out across the 25. Quintero out to the 27. Have you checked out video content produced by our community lately? Catch the Sim Pod every week, SFL Crunch Time and Road to Glory every Wednesday night. SFL Nights with AJ Strikers is on Thursday nights. Say it with your chest on Friday. And Netma can be seen all week long at 6 p.m. Eastern every week. Live show schedule is accessed through our Discord server, top of the channel. Just look for the events tab. Speaking of events, Eric Price, big event so far. Here he is 8 for 8 tonight, and he'll look to throw, and now 9 for 9. Completes to the top of the screen for 6.
The Lieutenant Hedges gave Quintero a lot of room, so that out route was just too easy to pass up by Price. A nice 6-yard gain on that play.
Difference so far in the game, T-Roy, is just simply that first drive for London where they went with 2 incompletions and a run, and then the block punt, and also the missed extra point by the Knights. Otherwise, it would be 14 all here in London. 2 backs in the backfield here. Ari Mills along with O'Shaughnessy. They'll feed O'Shaughnessy, and he's stuffed!
Jeez, Tony Roberto Was the lower man on that one. Was able to scoop and plant Bailey O'Shaughnessy on his back.
3rd and 4, and this is where London wants to be. They want to force Denver into 3rd and long situations where they can't utilize O'Shaughnessy nearly as much. Bunch formation with O'Shaughnessy in the backfield. 3-3 look out of London. Here is Price, fires across the middle, tipped away. Nice job defensively there. I believe that was Cam Frosby who got a hand to it. Davidson supplied some pressure, and it's a 4th down.
And that is a great job by the London Knights defense to help give their offense a chance to potentially take the lead. Almost had a pick 6, but they will take this 3 and out here.
And Denver, that was the first incompletion of the game for Eric Price. It forces Matty Wiseman to come on to send this one away. Kick is off and deep to receive it for London. They will bring it out just a little bit more than that to their own 33, a flip of the field. That's where Pickler will re-enter the field of play. 17 of 20 tonight, T-Roy.
Yes, I'm a little bit worried. I don't know if you want your quarterback to be throwing over 50 times in one game, but that's what it looks like it could happen once again. I think London Knights definitely need to get Robert Merrill more involved in the running game somehow.
At that rate, they might have to rename it to Tommy Johnny surgery with how much he's throwing. He'll drop back in the gun, fire it outside again. That is caught. Kalia will get 9.9, but not enough for the first down. Tackled out there by Hoff.
Yeah, Pickler's like, hey, we got the best doctors in the SFL. I don't care if I need to throw it 70 or 80 times in the league. Let's do this.
Has hit every receiving threat tonight except for Mike St. Green, targeted once, no catches. Spread the ball pretty evenly amongst the others. Here is the give for Merrill, who will run it left side. Merrill through one. Robert Merrill. What might be your best run of the night, young fella? Out to the 38.
He now passes Darnell Black for 47th on the all-time rushing board there with that great run. Followed his blockers, and then that little stutter step right there, able to get him further down the field. But great run by Robert Merrill, and that's what London needs to do to help out Johnny Pickler, is having their running game be effective.
Does make it a lot less predictable, T-Roy, when you can add some runs in there like that are going to keep the defense guessing between whether you're going to throw or run the ball. And as long as you can do it with effectiveness, then either one is a good option. Back offset to the left. Here's Pickler to throw across the middle again. Oh! Left the defender in the dust, did Tiberius Bovine. What a play.
And I'll be real with you. I love it if my receivers actually wear gloves, but Bovine is one of the old school players. Doesn't need gloves to make a catch. A huge play right in front of number 53, Adam Wiseman, that helped get another first down. And once again, in the middle, inside slants.
Well, they said after his induction ceremony at the Hall of Fame, sometimes you just got to take a shot and give it to Bovine. They did that right across the middle. He's able to move the chains. Pickler to throw again. Pressure in his face. Fires. Tipped away. There on the outside. The defender who's not wearing gloves, Fuentes, maybe could have wrapped two hands around that.
That was his second opportunity for interception. He dropped one in the prior drive, and London was able to score a touchdown on that one. We'll see if that comebacks out. Yeah, he was styling on him, more focused on that pat down, but he could have had a pick 6.
London down just a single point. Any amount of points here is important, so very critical that Johnny Pickler holds on to the football, takes care of it, as well as Robert Merrill if they give him another run. Weak eye formation here. 4-3 look out of Denver. Pickler drops to throw. Will fire it out to Merrill off that right side, and he's got the 17, 3rd down.
Great hit, though, by Nick Kindler, preventing Merrill from getting that first down. Another important 3rd down. Can Denver's defense hold them to a field goal attempt here? We'll find out. Their defense, once again, coming in to tonight's action, ranked 4th in 3rd down stops.
Pickler, for the 25th time tonight, will throw. Fires towards the end zone, tipped up and incomplete out of two Nightwings' hands to try and take points off the board. And instead, London will have a field goal attempt with the chance to take the lead.
Yeah, but we already know with special teams, it's not a gimme. We'll see if Denver can block a field goal this time. They already blocked an extra point in a punt.
JT Delaney on to try and send this one through. Here's the snap. Hold down, kick up. Delaney's got it from 34 yards, and London has got the lead. 16-14, Knights on top.
And that was a huge drive for both teams, but it's more of a win for Denver's defense, preventing London from scoring a touchdown there. Now we'll see how the offense responds. Can they march down the field, get a score, and hopefully prevent London from potentially double dipping?
5:23 to go here in the second. Quintero will be the return man for the Nightwings, who will stand deep, waiting it, and will pick it up around the 7. He'll bring it out across the 25. Man, he is fast. Out to the 28, and that's where Eric Price will come back out. Only 62 yards through the air for Price, but 9 of 10 tonight, keeping that completion percentage high.
And the difference still, that block kick, that's one of the reasons why those stats are a little bit low, because they had a short field to deal with on that first drive. But here they go. We'll see what Price does, because there's no backs in the backfield. This is definitely a pass play.
5 receivers wide for Eric Price. He'll throw for the 11th time tonight. They'll run all slants, and they'll have a completion across the middle to the 41-yard line. Second catch of the night for Bryce Battle.
Yep, all the other receivers basically cleared the way for Battle to make that catch. Again, the middle wide open. And unfortunately for London, number 92, Jeff Gagne couldn't prevent Battle from making that catch. Great job by Battle, basically getting them another first down.
Jeff Gagne last game was very effective. 1 pick, 1 pass deflection, and a tackle for loss. They'll give it to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy wrestles out of the first one. Nice job to evade that one. What looked like a loss, O'Shaughnessy turned into a 6-yard gain.
And where was that carry once again? Towards the right side of the London Knights defensive line. They definitely have to shore up that side if they want to stop Denver's running game. They got the left side down, but the right side of that defense has to do better.
2 backs in the backfield, Mills and O'Shaughnessy. They give O'Shaughnessy the dive. Not going to get there. London will bring him down. Chad Rowland combines, and it'll be 3rd and 3.
If I was Denver, until they stop you, I'll keep running on the left side. Great tackle by Chad Rowland. And it's now an important 3rd down. Can Denver extend this drive here?
Nickel look here out of London. 4 wide here for Denver. Price wants to adjust the play at the line. He'll throw. Play action for Price. Fires across the middle and pays the Price. Intercepted by Anthony Wyo.
And he had the matchup, but that was a poor throw. And Wyo just like, hey, I'll be the receiver for you. Great job by him making that interception. That is Anthony Wyo's 3rd interception of this season. And London got a chance to extend this lead here.
Huge play there by the defense of London to get that football back. Just the 14th interception for Eric Price this season. Merrill, left side with plenty of room. Robert Merrill will pick up 9.
And he was refusing to go down. He wanted to stiff arm somebody. He got 2 other defenders hitting him in the back. It's like, no, I'll take y'all for a ride for a couple more inches, making this a manageable 2nd and inches.
2nd and inches from the 46-yard line. They'll go heavy again. Denver in a 4-3 look. Cornerbacks look like they might be playing man. Here's the give off this left side. Merrill will adjust with the blockers, and he will get out to the 48-yard line. Robert Merrill running strong.
And this is why I wanted to see London using Merrill as a back as a ball carrier instead of a receiver out of the backfield. We'll see if they're going to keep it up. That's going to help as you mentioned, as you said earlier, Andy, London from being too predictable.
3-2 look here for the Nightwings. They bring an extra blitzer. Pickler goes deep and a one-handed interception. Isaiah King III.
I think he just made the top 10 plays of the week with that swaglicious left-handed, one-handed catch. That was a poor throw by Pickler. He had all the time in the world. He decided to go to his favorite target, Kalia, who was covered by 3 defenders, including the one who picked that off. That was amazing pick by Isaiah King III. That's his 9th of his career.
That was clean, T-Roy. That might have been one of the better interceptions we've seen.
Yes, it was. Now Denver got a chance to make an impact here and take the lead before the half is over.
2:35 left to play in this quarter. 4 receivers wide. Play action for Price. Price under pressure. Just barely gets it off to O'Shaughnessy, who spins and will fight for more yardage. He'll pick up 5.
Now I have to go to a different lead to describe what Eric Price just did. He had, and this is going to hurt both you and me, Andy, as fans of a certain team. Price was basically Ben Roethlisberger on that play, able to shed off a tackler, find his check down man, and let O'Shaughnessy do the rest. A nice play by Price, giving it to O'Shaughnessy.
2 in the backfield. O'Shaughnessy deep with Mills. They'll give it to O'Shaughnessy. He'll readjust outside, and there's no room out there either. Chad Rowland stuffs him. 3rd and long for the Nightwings.
And Chad Rowland had to be like, yes, I got to get my hands on my former running back and take him to the ground. Nice hit, and it's a less manageable 3rd down coming up.
2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Denver 14, the hometown Knights 16. It's the SFL presented by APM Music. Third and 7 from Denver's 23-yard line. Justin Reside and Dwayne Schindler on the stats truck for us, keeping us honest. Here is Price to throw. Stands in the pocket, fires deep on the corner route, and gives it right back to London. Blackman down the sideline. He's in the red zone to the 18.
I mean, yeah, Logan Kill is definitely a favorable matchup. You want to throw to him, but that pass was underthrown once again. Blackman couldn't help himself to say, catch me stealing, as he took the ball and give London great field position.
Well, that underthrow looked like Ben Roethlisberger too, so a nice comparison there so far, T-Roy. 1st and 10 from the 18. Johnny Pickler, 20 of 26 tonight, 2 scores to 1 interception. He'll look to throw here. That was a really special play by Ron Hoff in a zone coverage to float back, and Pickler almost was embarrassed.
Yeah, Pickler has to be a little bit more patient with his receivers running that route. Another ill-advised throw. Luckily for him, Ron Hoff couldn't come down with that INT. Let's see if Pickler can settle down here.
Yeah, I thought the throw was fine. I thought that Ron Hoff made an incredible play there to float back out of where he was supposed to cover. 3 receivers wide. Single back is Merrill. They will throw again out to Merrill, and Merrill will have the edge. Merrill breaks through one, spins back inside, and a touchdown for the Knights. Robert Merrill, you are miraculous.
And again, used to be a wide receiver. That is his 43rd receiving touchdown of his career. He does it with power. Breaks the tackle. Took a huge hit from Fuentes, but it didn't matter. A huge play, and London extends their lead.
Huge play from Robert Merrill. Shades of BDG Hollywood on that one to find the end zone, a nose for the goal line, and that will make it 22-14 London on top of Denver. Delaney on to try and add the extra point. Snap is good. Delaney's kick is up and through. It's now 23-14 Knights on top.
And with that reception by Merrill, a touchdown reception, that gives Johnny Pickler sole possession of 21st place in the SFL history with his 116th touchdown pass, passing Deacon Nickens.
3 touchdowns, 1 pick tonight for Pickler, a QBR of 114. Price, 1 touchdown with the 2 picks. The picks really the difference for Denver. Kick is up and away. Return here for Quintero out across the 25. And with 138, Eric Price will head back out.
Now it's important for Eric Price to build some momentum to start in the second half. He has definitely cooled off. Last two, deep passes were picks. We'll see if they can he can change that here. Underthrown passes,
3-3 look for the London Knights. They'll take Cam Frosby off the field and add a third linebacker. Here's Price. Will dump it out of the backfield there to O'Shaughnessy. First tackler will bring him down, but he'll pick up 4.
And that pass is just to help calm down Eric Price there. A nice swing pass to O'Shaughnessy for 5 yards or more manageable 2nd and 5.
Price low on the yardage, but they haven't had the ball nearly as much as London. 14 throws, 9 runs for Denver. 28 throws for London. This one a flip out to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy off the right-hand side with room will pick up the first down to the 44.
And both teams are having a hard time covering the other opposing team's running backs out of the backfield. Another swing pass. O'Shaughnessy had too much room to roam before he was met by Blackman, but he didn't care about Blackman. He gave him the forearm shiver there to help him get more yardage.
Denver got to be cognizant of the clock. They do have 3 timeouts. O'Shaughnessy went out of bounds on that one, but these little plays across the middle keep the clock running. Now they'll go ace quads look. That'll pull the 4-4 for London. Got to be careful out of that one. Receivers on the inside of the formation, tight ends outside. They'll take the deep shot into double coverage, and it's incomplete.
Into double coverage to a receiver who was shorter than the defenders there. Now the matchup, White Quintero was 5'11". He was going against safeties who were 6'2", 5'11", and 6 foot. That's not a good matchup against that defense. They definitely gonna have to think about that if they go back to that play.
2nd and 10 from the 44. 1 minute to play here in the first half. Price will take the 5-step drop. Play action. Deep shot down the middle. Is picked off again! And returning the ball down the middle of the field is Anthony Wild for the 2nd time tonight.
Anthony Wild's like, you do not want to test me. I'm already a one-time all-star, and I can make huge plays to help my team out. And this could be a huge momentum turn for the Knights. They basically had control of the second quarter, Wild with another clutch interception.
And 52 seconds in all 3 timeouts for London to try and score again. I tight end flex. Strong I tight end flex indeed. 4-3 look here out of this Denver Nightwings defense. They'll back out. Pickler, 5-step drop, fires outside. Threads the needle to Bovine for first down yardage.
Great pass to Bovine. I thought that was going to get picked off, but Pickler was on point. Another nice dot. They go to highlight the person who had the chance. Actually, it was somebody else, number 24, Nick Killer, who had a chance to pick it off, but Pickler was on point with that pass. Great play, another first down.
That'll move the chains to the 32. Only took a couple seconds off the clock here. Ace quads formation now out of London against a 4-3 and a free play for Pickler. Pickler will stand and just dump it off out of the backfield to Merrill, and they will get the free 5 yards off that penalty.
Oh, yeah. Bad play there. Oh,
whoa!
Vincent's hurt.
Benji Matson, the starting tight end for London, down on the turf. You hate to see that. And for London Knights fans, things have gone so well tonight. We'll take a peek at what happened.
Looks like a hammy or a cramp. Hopefully it's a cramp and he comes back into the game there.
We will keep you updated as we find out more about Benji Matson, but really tough, T-Roy, when it's on a play that didn't even matter after the offsides that negated whatever would have happened on that one.
Yeah, it is, but now it's next man up, and Sam Lockett, that's him. He's going to have to come in and make an impact and help London maintain this momentum that they have since the second quarter has started.
Bovine will be in on single tight end sets on doubles. They'll need the backup. Here's Pickler. Deep drop fires outside. That one nearly taken away, and Nick Kindler would have been dancing in the end zone right about now.
Yeah, another missed opportunity for the defense of the Night Wings to come away with another pick. They have been dropping the ball, and that could have been a momentum turn back on their side. We'll see how they respond on the 2nd and 5.
7 incompletions, one of which went to Denver for Johnny Pickler. Really good QBR, really good completion percentage. 2 backs in the backfield along with Robert Merrill flanking the way. Here is Pickler to throw. We'll dump it out to Merrill out of the backfield. Merrill did not get there.
But he did go out of bounds, so it'll be 3rd and inches, and the clock stopped, and London still has all 3 of their timeouts. But once again, both teams' defenses are not doing a good job covering the running back on those swing passes. They have to make that adjustment.
3rd and inches. This is where Merrill has struggled as a back, is picking up yards when absolutely necessary. 2 in the backfield. They might throw it out to him. They will. Will he beat the defender to the line? No! He's stuffed in the backfield. Fuentes with a huge play for the Night Wings.
Now, whenever your running back has to jump to make that catch, that means that pass wasn't a perfectly thrown ball. And unfortunately for the Knights, that was the case. The momentum of that catch allowed Fuentes to stop Merrill from getting a 3rd down conversion, and they'll have to settle for a field goal.
JT Delaney will come on to attempt to kick this field goal. Has had an extra point block tonight. Has made some other kicks that are important, and we'll see if we can do so here. Snap was really good and clean. Kick for Delaney is up and good from 40 yards. Now 26-14, a full 12-point lead for London.
And again, if they would have made that extra point from earlier, that would have been a 13-point lead. But hey, the O-line on special teams did a good job making sure that they was able to make that field goal with no resistance from the Night Wings special teams.
London will kick it off to Denver. Denver only 26 seconds to work with. Wouldn't be surprised to just see a couple carries for Bailey O'Shaughnessy. Delaney sends it away. Quintero deep to return. Maybe he can make some magic. He will bring it out across the 20, and he will shake one, but not the second set of tacklers, only out to the 28.
Just took the wrong side. He decided to go to the right where there was less blockers there. If you would have cut to the left, you probably have more room to roam. Probably had another kick return for a touchdown. We'll see if Denver's going to try to march down the field and add some points before the end of the half, or they're just going to call it a half and just down it.
They'll start with a bunch formation. Single back is O'Shaughnessy. Got to be careful here. Eric Price has come a little unraveled this quarter. They'll throw it again. This time outside catch is made. Logan Keel will get 4.
They have all 3 of their timeouts. I'm surprised they're not going to call it.
Looking to throw again. This one outside tipped up. Oh, they tipped it back in towards the defense, Jack Russell did. And news Benji Matson out for the rest of tonight's game.
And as we mentioned before, the SFL has the best doctors in the league. So Benji Matson will be back next week, but London has to worry about getting this W here. How they going to adjust without one of their star players, we'll find out.
3rd and 6 for Denver from their own 32. Price will be under center. Single back there is O'Shaughnessy. They'll dump it out to him, and O'Shaughnessy will spin back inside and meet Chad Rowland, and that, T-Roy, will take us to the end of the half.
If Logan Keel would have blocked the other guy that actually met O'Shaughnessy first, he would have gotten the first down. But again, it's the end of the half. A half that started off with Night Wings having the momentum, but the Knights just took it from in the second quarter with an outstanding second quarter by Johnny Pickler and the offense.
Pickler, 24 of 32 for 217 yards, 39 more on the ground from Robert Merrill. 104 for Eric Price tonight through the air. O'Shaughnessy has added about 27 of them on the ground. There's the first touchdown from O'Shaughnessy that sprung it open based on the block punt. And you kind of hit it on the head there, T-Roy. Denver started out really good, and London has kind of battled their way back into it.
Yeah, and what didn't help the Night Wings was those underthrown passes by Price in the second quarter to R.E. Mills. Well, you thought that would be a good matchup. He's very tall at 6'3". I will throw it to him. But Wild did a great job. You'll see that as the highlights roll on, reading that play and basically helped turning the tide for the London Knights. And then, of course, the running game helps make London a little bit less predictable. And that's what Chad Rowland, the head coach of this team, loves to see.
It's a 12-point lead for the London Knights at the halftime break. Here are a couple of the interceptions. Wyo's first one right there. He had 2 in the first half. We'll see if number 35 in red will be able to keep that up. And then here's Johnny Pickler giving it right back. I still think that's the play of the night from King III.
Yeah, I will be shocked it's not on the top 10 plays of the week for week 8. That was a nice, swaglicious one-handed catch.
Gave the ball right back for Blackman there on that one. Tonight's leading receivers, Tiberius Bovine, 68 yards. Vincalia, 2 scores for London. On the Denver side of the table, it is Bailey O'Shaughnessy with 33 yards 33 yards through the air. And the 1 touchdown for Denver through the air went to Logan Keel, who's got 3 grabs and 18 yards. Here's JT Delaney after some early struggle for London special teams. T-Roy, he got back to business.
Yes, he did, and Delaney is getting close to making a historic mark. He actually did it. He only needed 2 field goals made to tie Kodiak Denali for 22nd all-time in field goals made, 61. That's what Delaney now has, and he'll basically help get this second half started with this kickoff.
Delaney will send it back to Denver. They are down by 12 points, and they will try and will have the opportunity to try and get back into it right off the bat. Quintero comes and brings this one out from the 5, will spin back inside, which will gain him extra yardage to the 29-yard line. And T-Roy for Eric Price started out really clean and has since thrown 3 interceptions, and his QBR is now down to 58.
And the problem with those interceptions, they were underthrown passes to basically good receivers, R.E. Mills and then Keel. Those 3 interceptions from Wild and Blackman, respectively. We'll see if he puts a little bit more mustard on those passes if he gets the opportunity to do so.
They will pull the guard out this left side. O'Shaughnessy is able to pick up 7, but nothing more than that. Fat the third is the guard that they pull on those plays. One of those earlier in the night, T-Roy went for big yardage.
Yeah, and it looks like London has made that adjustment. I talked about earlier in the first half. The right side of their defensive line allowed Brad Jones to run wild on them with a 200-yard gain. And it looks like Denver was trying to replicate that. While they had a good first quarter running towards that side, London has made the adjustment since.
Give O'Shaughnessy again hurdling, and he'll pick up another couple.
And as I know from personal experience, you do not want to jump prematurely in the middle, because when you do, you'll get taken to the shadow realm quick, fast, and hairy-like. Great tackle by Scarborough, making this a 3rd and 4.
Ran the ball 11 times, thrown 21. This is the 22nd throw for Price. Fires across the middle, tipped up and incomplete. London has seen that play too many times and is not going to be fooled by it. Scarborough with the deflection.
He made a huge impact, first with the decleating tackle and then that pass deflection, giving London Knights the ball, and they have a chance to basically put this game out of reach. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, Denver would really be against it. O'Shaughnessy, one of their better players at halfback, would essentially be taken out of the game if London could get another score. They will line up to punt it away, and the Knights will call for a fair catch at the 30-yard line. You can visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. There's also articles from our content team, including Power Rankings, What We Learned, The Read Option, and Talent Factories feature series. See all the league records, team stats, leaderboards, and the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. SimulationFL.net, your home for everything SFL. Pickler back out on the field at home himself, and he nearly threw it away there, was trying to force one to Mike St. Green, who doesn't have a catch tonight.
Yeah, I think he wants to get Mike St. Green on the stat sheet on the positive side, but that was an ill-advised throw. Vasquez almost had a chance to pick it off. He decided to go with the safe pass deflection, but he could have had a pick six and give Denver the momentum back.
Well, and they did adjust T-Roy to the middle of the field. That was a throw to the middle. We saw a lot of those in the first half, and Denver didn't have an answer, and now they had an answer to it on that one.
Yeah, and it's kind of shocked to see that stat line for St. Green when he had a monster game the previous week, 10 receptions for 191 and 1 touchdown. It's kind of shocked to see zeros on the board for him.
Give Merrill left side. Merrill will pick up 2 before being cut down by Fuentes.
And it's 3rd and 8. Still a little bit more manageable. You don't want to be in this down distance. That's basically going to take the running game out of the equation on this play. But we'll see if they're going to rely on Merrill on a swing pass again, or are they going to try to test the middle one more time?
They'll spread 4 wide. No tight end on the field. 3-2 look here out of Denver playing man coverage. They will go to St. Green, and he's got his first catch in crunch time. He's got the first down on 3rd to the 45.
Yeah, he had a pass thrown to him early in the first quarter that he couldn't come up with, but he makes up for it big time on this drive. A clutch catch, and London gets another set of downs.
3 receivers wide. Bovine, the tight end here on the bottom of the line. 4-3 look here out of the Denver Nightwings. Short drop for Pickler. Quick throw outside. That is caught. It's a 2-yard pickup out there. Mike St. Green running the out route. Now 2 catches on 2 plays.
And I think what's also important is that London's offensive line is allowing Pickler plenty of time to go through his progressions. Still far, no sacks in this game. Great job by the O-line of the Knights.
4-3 look out of Denver's defense. They'll give it to Merrill off this left side. Merrill cut down. Will make it 3rd and 5.
You know, London will take whatever they can get from the running game from Robert Merrill, who now has 45 yards rushing on 8 attempts. He's mainly been a threat out of the backfield. 88 yards of total offense so far from, I like to say, their factor back.
88 yards altogether on the 15 touches he's had combined. Here's a throw to the middle of the field, and that's deflected there. Wiseman adjusts to the middle of the field throw, deflects it, and it's 4th down.
And that's the key word, adjustment. Another pass to the middle, and Denver's defense was able to stop that and help their offense out in a big way. Now we'll see if the offense of the Nightwings can come through and march down the field and score some points.
McLongfellow had a punt blocked earlier in the game. Denver elects not to come after this one. They'll try and set up for a Quintero return. Quintero fields it at the 14 and will bring it out to the 19, a 5-yard pickup, and that is where the offense will come back out. T-Roy Eric Price didn't look terrible on the last drive, and they're going to need him to look good on this one to try and get back into this game.
And they got plenty of time to march down the field and score. The game's over yet. It's only the middle of the 3rd quarter. They don't have to go for the Hail Mary yet. Just take what the Knights defense gives them, march down the field, and score a touchdown here.
Still have some time to use O'Shaughnessy if they want. They'll look to throw it to him to start this drive out, and O'Shaughnessy off the right side will pick up 7 to open this drive up.
There you go. That's what was available. Again, the London Knights defense has not adjusted to the swing pass of the Nightwings. Take what they give you, march down the field, get yourselves back in this game.
Last time these two teams faced off, it was Jared McChesney for Denver. He had 19 carries, 126 yards. Kind of pales in comparison when you look at what O'Shaughnessy has been able to do tonight. That was his 12th carry, and he's under 40 yards.
And I believe the quarterback for the Knights wasn't Pickler. It was actually Angus McLean on
Correct.
that game. So a lot of turnover from both teams from the previous matchup to now.
Denver has the second best strength of victory in the league so far, and they are trying to beat London here. They'll fire deep down the field. That is ruled a catch and a fumble. Another turnover for London. If it stands, it was a little bit bang-bang, and I assume they'll take a look at this.
Yeah, they'll take a look at this, but either way, it's going to result in London basically getting the ball right back. An ill-advised throw because Weil was right there to meet Bryce Battle. I wouldn't have thrown in the middle. I probably would have thrown it to O'Shaughnessy up the middle there. We'll see if they're going to challenge that because I don't think that was a catch.
It was Jack Russell who recovered it. Yeah, and Denver will challenge the possession before the fumble. And I think they've got a good case, T-Roy. It seemed a little fast to call it a catch.
Yeah, I think it was a bang-bang play. Riley Quintero didn't have a chance to make a football move thanks to that great hit by Weil. As soon as he catch the ball, here we go. Yeah, that's going to be an incomplete pass, but it's going to result in a punt afterwards unless they surprise us and go for it.
Seems a little early for that, but you never know. Ref 62 will come out and rule on it, and that will be ruled incomplete. It will not stand as a fumble, and I think that's the right call.
Yeah, it's definitely the right call. Ref 62 definitely got that correct. But Denver has a decision to make. Will they be gutsy? No, they decided to play it safe in dispossession on a punt and let their defense basically carry them here on the next possession.
Yeah, very early in the game to go for it on 4th and 2 on your own side of the field. Kick is away, and here is London, who will get a little return out of this. They'll get out to the 43 of their own side of the field, and Denver will have to try and slow them down from there, but they did do that just on the last drive, T-Roy, so this Denver defense, has kind of put the clamps down on the middle of the field.
And London is missing one of their star players in Benji Matson. So their offense is definitely down a peg, but they have to make the adjustments if they want to come away with this victory. We'll see what happens here.
4-3 look. Denver has walked one of their safeties down into the box. Here is a deep drop for Pickler, who will fire deep down the middle of the field, and Mike St. Green will see you later. A huge touchdown for London. Mike St. Green has been quiet all night. He shows up when they need him, and he will score.
And if you're a fan of the team in the white and black, you're definitely on a panic mode because, London blew this game wide open. It looks like number 21 of Denver, Josh Vasquez, just let Mike St. Green go on a pass to the middle, inside slants, and St. Green burns him. Pickler saw it. He couldn't help but throw that touchdown.
They ran the 50Z deep post, and Mike St. Green gets open right down the middle of the field, and that is a huge score for London to now extend the lead. And T-Roy, when we opened the game here, as Delaney puts that one up and through, we opened the game, and Denver really looked like they could do no wrong, and since then they've done a lot of wrong, and London has looked like the team that is going to kind of lead this thing down the stretch.
Yeah, they saw what Denver was trying to do, which is run to the left side. They made the adjustments. Now they forcing Eric Price to basically win the game. That's where they at right now. The London Knights defense has helped them out big time, and the offense has been clicking.
Return here for Quintero. He will adjust off to this left side, only get out to the 28-yard line. The SFL continues spotlighting games in their own time slot Monday, March 14th. With St. Louis and Florida. Next week's special feature, live mics all night from both teams' coaching staffs as they talk about the matchup and the game unfolding in front of them. Visit simulationfl.net for a complete Monday night schedule, and details. First and 10 for Denver. Price will throw and will dump it out to O'Shaughnessy to start this drive. He'll pick up 4.
And Eric Price now has to go into hero mode, and that's a good sign of leadership. He went right to O'Shaughnessy and said, hey, get up. Let's get back down the field. We cannot waste any more time. We're down by too much. They have to make big splash plays in the worst way. We'll see how Price and the Nightwings defense responds.
4-1, got to be careful. They have R.E. Mills in the slot over there. They will run play action. This play's been intercepted a couple times. Going to throw deep, and it's picked off again. London will take it away. Wyo, a hat trick tonight, and he's out to the 42, and that one might just be the bow, T-Roy.
Yep, and Eric Price, underthrown ball. Anthony Wow once again comes through. Intended receiver was battling, and Weil just read it like a book once again, and London has a chance to basically put this game away here early in the second half.
Anthony Weil has had Denver's number on that play all night, and for the Nightwings, had to be careful when that formation came out. Wyo took the ball away again. 3 backs in the backfield. They'll give it to Merrill, and Merrill will pick up 3 yards. Looks like more than 3. That might be a bad spot.
Yeah, ref 62 was a little bit unkind there, but we'll see what I think if I were London, I'll just go ahead and try to melt this clock away as fast as they can. Give Merrill the ball some more.
Just the 9th carry for Merrill tonight. 3 receivers wide. Nickel look here out of Denver. Short drop for Pickler. Pickler got it away at the last second. Pressure from Benazzi. Forced an errant throw. 3rd down.
Great job by Benazzi. Pickler thought he had too much time, but you got to get rid of that ball as soon as possible. A coverage sack by the Denver Nightwings well, not a sack, but a coverage play by the Nightwings defense forced a 3rd and 7.
Gun straight look. Denver going to play bump man out of this one. 4 down linemen for the Nightwings. Let's see if they can get home with some pressure. Pickler moves off the spot, fires off his back foot, complete to the 28-yard line of the Denver Nightwings. A huge 1st down.
And tonight you're seeing another example why the Knights signed Bovine. A great receiver in his own right. He coming into today's action. 5th all-time in receptions, 2nd all-time in receiving yards, and 6th all-time in receiving touchdowns. A great addition by Chad Rowland in the front office of the Knights.
Pickler almost threw a pick right back to Denver. Didn't quite work out for the Nightwings, and that has kind of been the story. Juan, Mississippi couldn't grab that one, and if Denver has intercepted half of the passes that their defense has got 2 hands on, T-Roy, we might be singing a different tune.
Yeah, the defense got to come away with those opportunities. Huge missed opportunities from the defense, whether it's their secondary or their linebackers. They have to make a big play, pick this ball off.
Pickler fires outside, and another one that was nearly taken away was trying to find Bovine.
Isaiah King the 3rd had an opportunity. Nope, sorry, Ron Hoff. I apologize. Ron Hoff had an opportunity to pick that off once again. Just falls harmlessly to the turf. Denver the defense has to make a huge play here.
They're going to go gun straight again. Denver looks a little bit different in guarding it. Well, maybe they might be playing bump. Pickler in the gun alone. They'll rush 4, will Denver. Pumps once, fires backside, tipped away, incomplete. Another one where the defense could have intercepted it. Fuentes couldn't get his hands on it. It's just a deflection.
And I think the Nightwings defense may have to get some type of stick them on their hands, something to help them out. Another missed opportunity for them. Fuentes probably had 3 or 4 opportunities himself alone to pick that off and didn't do it. Now the Knights have a chance to extend this lead with a field goal attempt.
Delaney on to try and put this field goal through. High snap is corralled. Delaney gets the kick away. This one is good from 44 yards, and it's a nice hold by Pendragon.
Yeah, doing a good job. The London Knights special teams making the adjustment at the O-line, not allowing the Nightwings special teams to make another block. So Knights fans has to breathe a sigh of relief now.
Nightwings defense doing a really good job, T-Roy. The difference now just 15, or excuse me, not 15. That's wrong. Math has never been my strong suit. If you've been in the SFL long enough, you know that. The difference is 22, which is still just a 3-score game, so good job by Denver. And here goes Quintero, spinning again. Oh, he juked backwards. Oh, my, just enough to get the Night Wings fans excited and nothing more.
He had a chance to make a splash play that the Night Wings needed. An ill-advised spin back to the arms of the one who didn't love him, and they were happy that he did so. Wow.
Man, and that has kind of been the story for Denver tonight. A story of missed opportunities so far. Still plenty of time in this one. They'll flip it outside. That is caught. Quintero will pick up another 8, and T-Roy, the goal for Denver is get down the field quick.
Yes, they cannot waste any more time. And Eric Price gotta have amnesia right now. Just ignore the horrible second quarter and the start of this third quarter. Go into hero mode, get his team back in the game with some huge plays.
He's completed 66% of his passes, which isn't anything to scoff at, T-Roy. I will say, though, only 4 yards on average per attempt versus Pickler's 6.8. So Denver hasn't thrown the ball down the field as much, but has completed a lot of them. They'll give it up the middle to R.E. Mills. First carry of the night for Mills, and that is a first down. They've needed that a little bit.
Yeah, rare carry by the fullback, usually used as a receiver out of the backfield. And I definitely respect R.E. Mills. He was my non-contract fullback for Baltimore back in season 14, but he's made a huge difference here in Denver.
Flip out O'Shaughnessy, spins twice, first down yardage. Man, little shades of BDG on that one for Denver, and they move the chains to the 46.
5'10", 203-pounder, breaking tackles by basically putting him in a spin cycle. You say he's like BDG Hollywood, which is very true. He also kind of reminds me like Barry Sanders with these spin moves.
2 in the backfield for O'Shaughnessy. They'll give to Mills again. This time Mills stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Tony Roberto met him and stood him up.
But maybe R.E. Mills had a talk with the offensive coordinator. Like, hey, if the passes ain't working down the field, just feed me the rock. We'll see if they're going to resort to that. I strongly believe they need to use him as a receiver out of the backfield. Just got to put some more mustard on those throws.
Bunch formation against a nickel look. Here's Price, will fire out. Quintero turns the corner, spins, stays in bounds. Quintero down the sideline and down to the 5. Huge play if he didn't step out of bounds, T-Roy.
Yeah, I want to see the replay just to make sure he didn't step out of bounds, but great job, great awareness by Quintero to make the catch. Here we go, and he was definitely in bounds. And that spin move basically broke the ankles of 2 defenders. Great job by Wyo to make the touchdown saving tackle, but this is what the Night Wings needed, a splash play to help get themselves back in this game.
2 splash plays, both coming from Quintero. The big return to start this drive off, and he's made a couple catches on this drive to keep this thing alive. Split twins look. 4 down linemen for London. Plenty of guys in the box. They expect O'Shaughnessy. They get O'Shaughnessy, and he gets down to the 1.
And that first spin move caused a London Knights defender to go the wrong way, and that's one of the worst things you can do. I remember people talking about Gale Sayers saying that it looks like 2 people were running whenever he ran the ball. And O'Shaughnessy is basically duplicating that right now with his spin moves and these awesome runs.
From the 1, they'll give it to him off this right side. O'Shaughnessy. Oh! He cleated Brandon Ewing.
Great hit by Ewing, but unfortunately a oof by R.E. Mills because O'Shaughnessy was waiting for Mills to come up and block Ewing. And Mills was slow to get there, and Ewing made O'Shaughnessy pay for it. A big third down right here.
Ewing deed. 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Denver trying to punch it in, and they will. Bailey O'Shaughnessy for the 2nd time tonight will hit pay dirt. Denver will score.
And they're back in this ball game. Looked like the London Knights about to run away with this game, and then Denver was able to respond with a touchdown of their own. And you know what? Sometimes the best defense is a good offense, and now the Nightwings defense have plenty of time to rest. Maybe they'll come up with a big play on this next possession.
Yeah, in the third quarter, it would lead me to believe, T-Roy, that they won't try or force Matt Fennick to try the onside kick this early. So Denver might have avoided a little bit of stress. Fennick will kick up and good. Now 21-36, back to a 15-point differential, just 2 scores.
And looking at the third quarter of the YouTube matchup between Portland and Mexico City, looks like Portland is in the lead, trying to get their first win of this season, 20-14. We'll see if they can pull it out.
Two teams with lesser records than their opponent trying to hold on is the story of this Sunday night matchup slate. London will bring it out of the end zone. Highwind will get it out to the 21. Speaking of Mexico City, Highwind played there last season. And for London, they have used him very well this season. 4 catches, 36 yards tonight for Fox Highwind, 9 yards per grab. And Johnny Pickler might need him on this drive. Pickler thrown 42 times tonight through the third, and he'll have a couple more, I would assume, before this third quarter ends.
Will he get to 60? I wonder. We'll see the over-under on that with 60 attempts.
We need Jack's data to give us over-under on Pickler passes. Here's another one, and that is good for 9 down to the 30-yard line.
And guess who they went to? Like you said, Fox Highwind with a catch for the middle. Nice way to start a drive, 2nd and 1. And what London needs to do is melt some clock and then end this drive. The next drive with a touchdown to make it stressful for the Nightwings to make a comeback.
I think that was Rocco McLovin on the catch. Either way, 9 yards. Doesn't matter who grabbed it. Pickler will fire across the middle. Oh, really threaded that one in there, T-Roy. What a beautiful throw and catch. That's Vincalia.
In spite of the fact there were at least 4, maybe 5 Nightwing defenders ready to pounce on him as soon as he caught the ball. Great concentration by Vincalia, the season 17 All-Star.
That will be the end of the third quarter. Get your 4s or your 86s up in chat. Still 11 minutes to play in this one. London in control, in the lead, but not in the win column just yet. 11 minutes to decide who wins this one.
And once again, shout out to the offensive line, especially Perrin Ibarra and Anthony Anderson, help keeping Johnny Pickler upright. No sacks up to this point.
They'll give it Robert Merrill off this right side. Merrill could not get past the one defender, and the block was not there for him. 2nd and 6.
But a 4-yard gain, they'll definitely take that to help stay on the positive side of this down and distance here. And what they need to do is make this clock their friend. This needs to be a time-consuming drive, ending in 7 points, and basically help put this game away.
Denver trying to give their offense another opportunity. 3 in the backfield. They will give it. Merrill again off the right side. Runs past one. Merrill runs past the whole defense. Down inside the 40 to the 38. A huge run from Robert Merrill.
And he causes the Nightwings defense to break their ankles with these spin moves and these jumps. Great job adjusting because the old lineman just basically fell flat on his back, but Merrill didn't care. He ran fearless on that play. A huge run for a first down.
Pickler to throw. Will dump it out to Merrill off this right side. Merrill able to pick up 7 more. 8 p.m. Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. 8 p.m. Music, the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. The story of tonight's game has been the Johnny Pickler and Robert Merrill show, and they'll give it to Merrill again, and Merrill will pick up a couple more of vital 3rd and 1 for both teams.
Here, Merrill loves contact or he's getting a little bit tired because he looked like he could have bounced it towards the sideline and got another first down. Instead, he went for the basically getting hit there. We'll see if that's going to come back to haunt London here on this 3rd and 1.
He'll give it to him off the left side. Plenty of blockers, plenty of room. Robert Merrill, first down. He'll pick up 8, and Merrill now over 70 yards.
And this is what I wanted London to do, is get Robert Merrill involved in the run game to help take pressure off of Johnny Pickler. You don't want your star quarterback to be throwing 70 times a game. You need to rest that arm, and Merrill has come through in a huge way.
Denver has not been prepared for slowing down Robert Merrill. 5.8 yards per carry, and they'll feed him again. That time they were prepared. Oh, crushed at the 26.
A 4-yard loss. Fuentes came uncontested. O-lineman number 72, Ibarra, was a swinging gate, and that allowed Fuentes to make a big tackle for loss.
He'll go gun straight here. 2nd and 14 for Pickler. Stands alone in the gun, potentially to throw for the 46th time tonight. He will. Pickler across the middle, and that one is batted away. Fuentes, I think, was the one who got the hands to it again.
I wish Pickler had a little bit more patience to let that route develop a little bit longer, so I think those receivers would have gotten further down the field. As we have another scoring update, Mexico City now takes the lead 21-20 in the 3rd quarter.
8 minutes to play here in this one. 3rd and 14. Gun straight look again. 3-2 look out of the Denver Nightwings. They look like they might be playing man. Here's Pickler to throw it. Pickler across the middle, nice. And that one's complete. Mike St. Green, Mike St. 3rd down, will move the chains to the Denver 10.
You might say the second half is the Mike St. Green show, because he has come alive with very, very clutch plays, including this one right here. A nice dot by Pickler. Mike St. Green knew he's going to get destroyed, but he took that hit, made the catch, and now make this a 1st and 10 at the 10, so they can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown here.
4 catches, 86 yards for Mike St. Green so far tonight. 1st and 10 from the Denver 10-yard line. Pickler trying to put it away, will throw. Moves in the pocket, fires outside, picked off! Going down the sideline. Denver's been waiting on this one all night. It's going to be a pick 6 for Nick Kindler. The odds of someone catching him are slim, and he will dance in the end zone, just what Denver needed. Johnny throws a pickle 6.
And that is Kindler's 2nd career pick 6, and it couldn't come at a better time. It looked like London was ready to put this game away. They got greedy with a pass to Bovine. Kindler probably recognized that play from the Houston game last week where Bovine scored a touchdown. Took it to the house. Finally, an interception, and the Nightwings inches closer.
Huge play. I mean, T-Roy, when you really look at the grand scheme of this game, Denver up against the wall. Pickler has got them on their backs, trying to drive the sword through them, and he can't do it. He throws the interception to Kindler, who takes it all the way to the house and will put Denver potentially within 8 points. Extra point up and good, and it is, T-Roy, a 1-score game.
And now the defense has to go right back out in the field and do it again. The question is, are the Nightwings defense too exhausted right now? Will the London Knights offense use Merrill once again? Because that's what they should have done at that point in the field. Ran the ball with Merrill. They cost them on the previous drive. We'll see how they make the adjustments here as they about to get this return.
3 scores for Denver's offense, 1 for the defense. Price has thrown a touchdown. O'Shaughnessy has 2 on the ground, and that Nick Kindler touchdown makes it just an 8-point game, and Denver kicks it deep to London, who with an 8-point lead will send Johnny Pickler right back out.
Now, London, once again, is going to try to melt this clock away. Help that, see if they're going to get the running game going. It looks, I like the formation. Maybe they'll run it, or it'll be a swing pass to Merrill to the top.
Give Merrill up the middle. Merrill picks up 9. He has looked really good tonight. Now up to 80 yards.
Yeah, 100-yard rushing game tonight. We'll see what happens here. I'll keep feeding Robert Merrill. Feed the beast. Love to see the running backs eat here.
Takes time off the clock. I'm all for it. Let's keep giving Merrill the ball and just seeing what happens if I'm London. 3 in the backfield again. They'll give it to him again off this right side, and that was stopped. London's defensive end does a really good job. Hugo Reynosa and Jose Fuentes down on the play.
And one of Denver's star defensive players is now out for at least this drive. And we'll see if Johnny Pickler is going to take advantage of that and have a play towards where Fuentes would have been.
Juan, Mississippi will see extra time on the field. Here's the give, left side. Merrill, plenty of room. Merrill, huge block will help him out, and he's all the way down to the 45-yard line.
And where did it go? Right where Fuentes' fire would have been. And Merrill does a great job allowing his fullback to make a clean block. Great block by Wellman. And Merrill gets another 10-plus yard carry, dipping to that 100-yard rushing mark.
He had 198 yards all season coming into this game. Our stats team has him at 98 yards so far tonight. Incredible stuff. Here's Pickler to throw outside, and that is, they're going to mark that as a catch.
And Wellman, they like the fact that he made a clean block, so they're going to feed him the ball. And in the SFL, you only need 1 foot inbounds with possession of the ball to complete a catch, and the refs decided that Wellman did it.
Maybe not worth the challenge for Denver. Could use those 3 timeouts later down the line. 6:05 to go here in the 4th. Bunch formation here for Pickler. He will take a short drop. Pickler fires across the middle. Incomplete. Mississippi was there working on high wind, excuse me.
And I just mentioned this before. Yes, Denver did get that pick 6, but on that previous drive, that defense was out on the field for a long time, so they could be getting a little bit more exhausted here. We'll see if they can muster up whatever adrenaline they have left and make a huge stop.
Gun straight look. They've ran slants out of this all night. Denver in man coverage has had mixed reviews. Quick throw, and that is incomplete.
There we go.
He didn't throw it to the tight end. He threw it to Highwind, and Highwind cannot come up with it. Bovine was wide open in the middle of the field.
And Adam Weissman comes through in a big way. He disrupted the pass.
Look at Bovine.
Bovine was wide open. I don't know. I guess Pickler wanted the sure thing, probably because he probably was a little bit nervous about that previous interception, that previous pick 6. And now the Night Wings offense has the chance to potentially tie this up when they get the ball.
Punter is on for London. High snap corralled. Kick is away. This one will be fair caught by Quintero at the 18. Coverage of the Simulation Football League on Next Level Sports continues next Saturday, March 12th. 2 highly anticipated matchups. Vancouver will try and conquer their Mexico City Demons once more in an international clash. And then Marcus Dunhill returns to Atlanta with his new team, the Jacksonville Kings, for the first time since he won a title at the Hive. Coverage starts 2:30 Eastern. Visit NLSE.com to find Next Level Sports in your area. Eric Price tonight, 20 of 29. He'll throw for the 30th time and fire across the middle for first down yardage to the 36-yard line, trying to engineer a drive. That's Adrian Ellis with the first catch of the night for him.
And 2 weeks ago, in their last game versus Arizona, Adrian Ellis got his first career touchdown reception. And there's the stat line there. And he makes a great catch here to start this drive.
He doubled his receiving yards from last week. 1 catch, 18 yards today. Had 1 for 9 last week. Play action here. Price wants the deep ball again. He's had a lot of demons on that play. And he was afraid of throwing it deep down the middle to Battle, and it pays off.
Yeah, Bryce Battle comes through in a big way, but great job by Eric Price. basically getting rid of all the demons, like you said, Andy, throwing a nice dot, and now they on the London side of the field. The defense of the Knights got to be worried right now.
Price will fire out of the backfield to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy picks up 4, gets out of bounds.
And again, the defense is, I sound like a broken record, but the defense is not doing a great job covering these backs out of the backfield. Another 5-yard reception by a running back. Both running backs today came to play.
Weak eye formation. 4-4 look out of London's defense. They have a safety walked up. They'll give it to O'Shaughnessy, left side. O'Shaughnessy stuffed there. Nice job by Emmanuel Blackman coming up to make the play and forcing this important 3rd down play just outside of field goal range.
And great job by the defense of the Knights, forcing O'Shaughnessy to spin back inside and into the arms of Blackman.
3rd and 4. Tight end flex play. 4-4 look out of London's defense. Price, very short drop. Hit as he threw, and it's going to fall incomplete. Cam Frosby, potentially the play of the night for London.
And if Denver, I will actually go for it right now. Great job by Frosby. I want to say Frosby the hit man because he put a nice hit on Price. But they're going to try this field goal attempt here.
Matt Fennick will come on to try and kick this one through. He's a 93% field goal kicker. His 23rd birthday was yesterday, trying to put the cherry on top for Denver and take them under 1 score as the separator. Kick is up, and Fennick has got it. He pushed it left.
If he would have made that field goal, that would have tied in with David John, but he missed it. Wide left. Now the Nightwings defense once again has to come up with a splash play to give their offense a chance to come back and win this.
Still time in this game. 4 minutes, 12 seconds. Denver, all 3 timeouts, and London has not been looking superb in the last couple drives. 2 backs in the backfield. They'll give it to Robert Merrill off the right side. Merrill picks up a couple, and that's Fuentes back in the game who cuts him down.
Even though it's a 3-yard game, the important part is now that clock is under 4 minutes. The clock is the Nightwings' worst enemy right now. Can the defense come through once again?
Still an 8-point difference. So Denver just needs the ball back. They can score and get the 2-point conversion. Clock now under 3:40 to play here in the final quarter of play. 4-3 look out of Denver's defense. 3 in the backfield. They'll give it to Merrill off the right side. Merrill with a block. Merrill tries to spin out of another. Will not get there. It'll be 3rd and 3.
And now the clock is getting closer to under 3 minutes. London needs to take all the time in the world, but they definitely want to convert this 3rd down, keep this drive alive, and have the opportunity to burn more clock.
Robert Merrill 2 yards away from a 100-yard gain. If he picks up 4, he has the 1st down. Will they run him? Will they throw him? Will Denver be prepared for it? They have a 4-3 look, 2 backs in the backfield along with Merrill. Showing blitz up the gut. Pickler will take all the time off the clock, give Merrill left side. Merrill did not get there. Denver was prepared. It's a combination tackle by Juan Mississippi and Isaiah King III.
And they'll get a chance to have one more drive. They're not going to waste any timeouts. London still has to kick the ball before the 2-minute warning, so that'll be their quote-unquote 4th timeout. But the offense now of the Nightwings got to take advantage. Wait a minute. What?
Offense still on the field. 4th and 1. Do they dare snap the ball on their side of the field? It's a free play! Denver jumps off sides. It doesn't matter. A bone-crushing play for the Nightwings, who are trying to complete the impossible comeback.
I think it was Benazzi with the undisciplined play. We'll see what Ref 62 said.
Man, a really unfortunate play was Benazzi. You're right, T-Roy. And that will mean that Denver is going to need to stop him again.
And now that also means they'll be starting to burn those timeouts. Can the defense shake off of that poorly timed penalty and help get the ball back to their offense for one more drive? We'll see what the Knights do here.
They will line up with 2 in the backfield again. That is not Robert Merrill in the backfield. That is the backup. That does not bode well. Max Strong will take the carry off this right side, and Strong is going backwards. Huge play. Denver not using... Oh, that is the 2-minute warning, excuse me. 2 minutes to play in the fourth. 36-28, London on top. A nail-biter will await us on the other side. Andy Hamilton along with T. Roy Gaines, Justin Reside, and Dwayne Schindler in the stats truck doing a wonderful job keeping up with our numbers. And London is trying to keep their numbers on top. An 8-point lead, and now Robert Merrill back in the game, but it's 2nd and 12. Offsides, a free play again for London. Merrill will lose a yard, but that is free 5 yards. That's another crushing play by this Denver defense on the road.
You cannot be making mistakes on the road. Marshall
really
with that.
Unfortunate.
You cannot do that. You got to stay disciplined. Game's not over yet, but you're definitely making it harder on yourselves with another offsides penalty.
That wipes out the first play from scrimmage, which went backwards. Max Strong lost 2 yards. It wipes that out and makes it 2nd and 7. It does, T-Roy, though. Stop the clock. Yep. 2nd and 7, 4-3 look here out of the defense for Denver. They'll give it off Merrill. Left side, Merrill. First down and more. Spins inside, tackled in bounds. A huge play for Robert Merrill. He's over 100 yards tonight.
And one of my keys to the game was Merrill getting the ball more as the bell cow. And they have done a great job doing so. I think Ref 43 got in the way there. If it wasn't for him, I think Merrill would have bounced it to the outside. He was being nice and trying to avoid the ref there.
And Denver, who decided to trust their kicker, gave London good field position, and they took advantage. Robert Merrill running the ball all over this defense tonight. They have looked like they were not prepared for Robert Merrill. And T-Roy, that has been the difference, right? They were prepared for Johnny Pickler to throw it a bunch, right? Pickler, 64% completion percentage, 2 interceptions, right? Not the most clean game from him by any stretch of the imagination, but there's no way that Denver prepared for Robert Merrill up over 100 yards tonight.
And they would have watched the social media of their London Knights head coach. He clearly said that he did not want to duplicate what happened the previous week, which was Pickler throwing for 70 times. He wanted to get Merrill the ball. London did so, and right now they're looking real hot. Ooh!
Fuentes will drop Merrill there. 3rd and 11 from the 35. But at this point, T-Roy, Denver is looking for London to miss the kick, because if they make it, it's more than a 1-score game.
Yeah, it's pretty much ball game. But another 3rd down. If I was London, I will run up the gut, but they're not going to run it. Look at this.
5 wide, Johnny Pickler looking to throw. They have a receiver on a linebacker here in the slot. 4 down linemen for Denver. Can one of them get home? Pickler throws across the middle. Caught! Complete across the middle. Might have been a one-handed grab. Either way, it's a 1st down. Fox Highwind moves the chains and puts the icing on this game for London.
I'll use a quote from a broadcaster from a certain team we both know. That play was coffin nails. What a clutch play by Johnny Pickler to help put this game away and help the London Knights improve to 3-4.
Both teams going to 3-4. London will tie Queen City in that Northern Division. Both of those teams chasing Baltimore and DC in the Western Conference. That loss will put Denver in the mix with Arizona and Las Vegas. Both the Scorpions and the Fury appreciate the Knights' efforts, as do the Sioux Falls Sparrows, T-Roy, who are on top of that division by a single game. They're 4-3, and they will be looking to potentially add and extend that lead in the Western Division. So some close battles, but the North, really the one that is impacted by this game, as London is really in the wild card fight. Baltimore on top 6-0, and they haven't really looked back. And DC, until this week, only had one loss.
Yeah, and right now you cannot sleep on the London Knights, maybe a potential season-saving win against a tough Denver Nightwings team. And if I'm London, I'll be riding high off of this. Use this victory, the momentum of this victory, to help carry you guys in the playoffs.
That is all she wrote. 36-28, the London Knights at home get a victory. The Denver Nightwings have not won in this stadium. They were not prepared for Robert Merrill this evening, and that showed from the opening whistle. 102 yards on the ground for the man coming in, with only 198 total through the other 7 games in the season. London with a beautiful game plan. They beat Denver down.
And that game plan not only involved Pickler not throwing for 70 attempts. He was very efficient with the ball, only giving up 2 interceptions in comparison to the previous week's 7. But Robert Merrill comes through in a big way. As you mentioned before, Andy, the Denver Nightwings defense wasn't prepared for Merrill getting the ball over 15 times today, running for 100 yards, and then making an impact as a receiver out of the backfield as well. A great game plan by Chad Rowland and the London Knights, and this win could help save their playoff chances.
Certainly does. Eric Price on the other side of the fence throwing for 4 interceptions. They lived and died by his interceptions. Pickler threw 1 pick 6, which really kept Denver in the game. The London defense played pretty solid, only giving up 21 points on their own. There's the pick 6 from Kindler that really put Denver in this game. If it weren't for that, T-Roy, we might have been closing the curtains a little bit earlier.
Yeah, but also this is a game of missed opportunities for the Nightwings. Yes, they did get that pick 6 that we saw just a couple moments ago, but they had dozens of more opportunities to come away with the football, couldn't come down with it, and missed opportunities was the name of the game for the Nightwings. They definitely going to be working on that during practice this week and look to bounce back the next game that they play.
I think it's Robert Merrill, but we'll see. The player of the game tonight, they're going to give it to Johnny Pickler, 34 of 52, 370 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Merrill, on the other hand, had over 30 touches and over 162 yards and a score. That is your final tonight. The London Knights get the home victory. Denver will head home with the loss. For T-Roy Gaines, Dwayne Schindler, and Justin Reside, I'm Andy Hamilton. Cameron Irvine producing the game behind the scenes. We will see you next week for Week 9 action in the Simulation Football League. Have a good night.